Hello girlies, welcome back to Launch Your Business in 60 Days. I'm Haley and today we are doing a little bit more of a cozy talk. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I've got a lot of cooking to do, so we are just going to chat a little bit today about CRMs. I have my coffee and we are ready to go. We're not going to do a crazy amount of editing today. I'm really just going to tell you and talk to you about all of the things that I think you need to look for in a CRM, because we are at the step where we need to create and to get our CRM ready to start booking brides. So your CRM, or your client relation management platform, needs to do a few things for you. This bad boy is not optional. It is not just a tool. This is the engine of your business. This is where it all is going to organize, come together, and make you actually productive. This is what is going to run your business for you while you are out doing makeup, living your life, and how you can generate revenue while you're not actually working. And it's going to help you better scale your business. So let's get into it. So let's talk about what a CRM is and why it actually matters. This is where all of your clients' communication, contracts, invoices, everything is going to be housed. This is, again, your engine to your business. This is how all your clients are going to communicate, get their information, and how you're going to push out information to them. Instead of having sticky notes, notebooks, Google Docs, different PayPal notifications, Venmo, Zelle, we are doing this all in one area to make your life easier and your client's life easier and make you appear way more professional. You cannot scale unorganized systems. The only way that you're going to be able to scale into the business that you really want and that you actually can profit on is by buckling down, getting organized, and utilizing programs that are going to work for you. So let's talk about what you need to look for before actually choosing whichever platform you're going to go with. The first thing you want to pay attention to is cost. How much it costs you per month, how much your processing fees are, and any hidden or add-on features that you need to pay attention to. You need to know exactly what it is that you're going to be paying for. So here are some key features that I would recommend that you look for inside a CRM to use for a beauty business. Look for email access, template options, automations, invoices and contracts, custom branding, client portals, scheduling, and meetings and forms, and also the ease of use. So how easy is the platform actually to navigate for you and your clients? Now we're going to figure out what our workflow needs before we decide which one of our CRMs we're going to go with. I want you to ask yourself, what tasks do I never want to manually do ever again? That is what your CRM should replace. I personally use Moxie, but HoneyBook and Dubsado are really popular CRM platforms, and I have many students, friends, clients that also utilize all of these platforms, and they all have great things to say about them. I would say shuffle between these, but if you have one or something that fits your needs a little bit better, always go with that. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do after we figure out which CRM we want to use is we're going to brand it for success. So we want our CRM to be a luxurious experience. So we want to make sure that all of the branding that we went over in the last few videos is going to also translate into your CRM. Your logos, your brand colors, your brand fonts, your packages, your contracts, everything, all your policies, everything that we made over the last 2 videos is going to be integrated now into your CRM. So we have all the work done. Now we just gotta pop it into our CRM. It's gonna make it a lot easier for you. You want your CRM to feel like your brand's digital home. When a bride inquires, the experience should feel elevated, should feel cohesive, and it should feel luxurious, because that's what they're paying for. All right, so let's talk about the first thing that we should set up after we've got all of our branding done, and that is lead and capture forms. So this is basically how people are going to inquire with you. Your CRM should have a lead capture form that filters out all of your non-ideal clients before they ever hit your inbox. Now, where you're going to house this is going to be your website or your link in bio. You're going to have some sort of place to put this form. Most of them can be integrated into any website, or they can be standalone forms. So it is going to just depend on which CRM you go with versus what you need to do, but pretty much all of them are going to do the same thing. I want you to, when you're creating your form, ask things that are simple but are going to help kind of filter out what your ideal client is. So wedding date, wedding venue, the services, their budget, their guest count, must have details, and then any red flags. This is going to save hours and ensure that you're only responding to brides who are serious and aligned with your pricing. What I personally do is before they fill out an inquiry form, they need to look at my price sheet. So my price sheet is actually on the same page as my inquiry form. So I'm not getting people that are not aware of what my prices are. We have to stop hiding our prices. Pricing for different people or pricing at different price points for different times of the year is just an out of practice, out of touch thing. Set your prices. It's going to make it easier for you. It's going to make it easier and more transparent for the client. It's going to get them to trust you easier, better, and faster. That lean form should be short, but not too short, but definitely ask all of the essential things. Make sure that they know what your prices are before they inquire, because you're just going to be wasting time if you're responding to people that are definitely not going to even be remotely in the budget of whatever your services are. So let's talk about what we need to utilize and connect inside of our CRM. Your CRM should be able to connect to your website to put in any forms or to be able to monitor what or who comes in and outside of your website, your Instagram bio links, your calendar, your booking system, and your email. Typically all of the, I know Moxie for sure, it integrates into my Gmail and into my Google Calendar. That's personally what I use to manage everything. Make sure that you are able to connect it into whatever you want to use or into whatever it is that you want to utilize for your calendar or your booking or your email. Make sure that they can all be integrated before you move forward. The biggest thing about CRMs is that everything needs to be in the same place. If you have 50 different things, 50 different pieces of information in 50 different places, you're going to be confused, you're going to not really understand what's going on, and you're going to have a hard time booking, and you're going to create a lot more work for yourself than you actually need to. So when it comes to what platforms I use, I integrate everything. I utilize Google and my CRM. That's just my personal preference. I've been using my Google Calendar. I can use my Google Calendar for all my personal stuff and my work stuff. Everything can be integrated. People can book directly through my CRM and things go directly to my calendar. So I personally find it easier to utilize it that way, but some CRMs have their own calendar system. So you just figure out what's gonna work best for you. That's just what personally works best for me. Alrighty, let's talk about my favorite topic in the whole entire world, which is email templates. These are your secret weapon. These are the time-saving things that actually make a CRM worth it and work for you. Again, your program should work for you. You should not work for them. Email templates are they're gonna save you hundreds and hundreds of hours per year, not having to type out the same response, because 99.9% of the time, all brides are going to get the same response. I obviously still craft certain information for certain brides, but for, I would say 60% of the emails that I send out, I have templates for. These are the things that I recommend you create email templates for. Inquiry auto responses, so as soon as they send in an inquiry form, there is a auto response that they get to their email that says, thank you for your inquiry, we have received it, we will respond in X amount of time, to make sure that your client knows, great, I did it, they saw it, everything went through, we're good to go. Price list delivery. This is something if you want to do with your auto response, you can always put in, here are my prices again. If you have any questions, let us know. Giving them prices automatically. A follow-up sequence, so you can have an email templates for your follow-ups. Hey, I saw that you inquired, still haven't heard back from you. I would love to talk more, chat more, having different email templates. I have an entire bundle of email templates already made. You can just plug and play. They are 20% off for Black Friday right now, so I will link those down below for you. Another would be booking confirmations, welcome emails, trial info, wedding week of check-ins, payment reminders, policy reminders, rescheduling, and cancellation processes. Basically, any and everything can be an automated email template. But your CRM and all your templates should sound like you. Make sure, like we talked about a few weeks ago, is that your brand voice is going to translate into all of your email templates and everything that you send out. All right, let's talk about what we need to automate using our email templates. So this is where your CRM is going to become your assistant. So we're going to, like I said, auto reply to inquiries. The system is going to be triggered into sending a response to whatever client or whoever inquires. Your client should never sit waiting for a response. We have all of the wonderful AI, amazing tools at our fingertips. There should never be a time that your client is like, okay, why haven't I heard anything from this person? They might move on to someone else if they don't hear from you. So we are utilizing our CRM to make sure that our client is having a nice, seamless experience and jack up that booking percentage. Let's talk about like what a booking sequence could be when it comes to our automation. So automated emails that I could recommend you use at different points inside your booking workflow that we're gonna go over next. So when a client books, sending them a welcome email could be an automation. Sending the welcome packet could be an automation. Different policies at different time periods. Sending trial information. Sending the next steps. All of these can be automatic emails that you know need to go out anyway. Have them as an email template and then have them automatically send on whatever date and time that you want. All right, so with our automations, we are going to make sure that we have a flawless and amazing booking workflow. This workflow is what you're going to integrate your automations into. You need a pipeline or a client journey, right? So here is an example of a bridal workflow. This is an example of kind of how we do it on our end of the block, but everybody's got a different vibe, so make sure that you customize this to how you want your booking workflow to go. So the first thing would be an inquiry, then they get an auto reply, then they fill out another form. Then once that form's filled out, they get an automatic email to book a call with me. After we call, we're going to do a contract. Then there's going to be an invoice that's sent with that contract to put a deposit down. Then we are going to send information about a trial, when they can book, when they want to book, give them a couple of dates. Then we have an automatic 6-month check-in that says what information that we need from them at the 6-month mark, answer any questions and go over any skincare stuff, hair prep, anything like that. Then we have our 3-month check-in. Then we have our 90-day check-in. Then we have our vendor schedule. So we're going to check in with any of their vendors, make sure that everything is good to go when it comes to timeline. Then we have our 30-day check-in, our final payment, our week of check-in, and then our day of text. Most of these are automatic. Most of these we just have templates for. We just plug and play our bride's information and then we send it out to them. And it takes 5 seconds instead of 30 minutes typing out every single email. Every step of your pipeline and booking workflow should have some sort of email and check-in. So make sure when you are creating this booking workflow, you are over communicating with your brides. Make sure that your brides feel very trusting and that they have all the information that they need to be prepared for their wedding day. But let's say you have 50 or 70 weddings this year. How do I know every day what day is their 60-day? What day is their 6-month? How am I supposed to know that? You don't. That's where your CRM comes in. Your CRM should be able to automatically tell you, hey, this person's 60 days out from their wedding. They need their 60-day check-in. You have to make sure that you put in your booking workflow when to check in with people and what dates to check in with people. In Moxie, we can put in their wedding date and then backtrack on to what needs to go out when. That's all something that we set up before. So when we integrate a client into our workflow, it's something that we do manually do. It takes about 5 minutes to get a client set up, and we do that whenever we send them their contract. All right, let's talk about client portals. Now, not all CRMs are going to have a client portal. I love having a client portal. It makes it easier for my client to see their payment information and any extra information, or just kind of all of the information that we send them in one area instead of having to search through all of the emails that we send them. They can view, their contract, their invoice, their payment plan, trial notes, inspo photos, their wedding timeline, their messages, their updates. Most brides love this. It makes you look incredibly organized and premium. You can brand it all cute. That is something that is, if it's important to you to have, great. I utilize it a little bit. I don't feel like my brides utilize it as much as possible just because I do send them so many check-ins and emails. But if that's something that is important to you, make sure that your CRM is going to do that for you, or it has the option for you to do it. All right, so let's talk about a mobile app, right? This is a non-negotiable. I personally love having a mobile app. When I'm not home, I want to be able to work if I'm just sitting in my car or whatever. I want to be able to see what's going on with my business. So having a mobile app that I can send an invoice on, check a contract, confirm a booking, reply to messages, and then check on whatever workflow, automatic emails, anything. I want to be able to see what's going on at all times wherever I am. So it is a non-negotiable to have a working and good mobile app. I will say Moxie struggles a little bit with the mobile app. It definitely is improving and gotten better. It is a smaller platform compared to the other big ones, but I think that's why I love it so much. Contracts and policies. This is where we stand strong on all of our policies, right? So everything needs to be inside your CRM. Your cancellation policies, your reschedule policies, your late fees, your travel fees, your minimums, your payment rules, your timelines. Nothing in DMs, nothing anywhere. No, oh, did I send that? Did I send that? I thought I sent that. No. It all needs to be in one place. I recommend putting all of your policies in your contract. You also can outline that in a PDF or another automated email that's sent at another time. I always remind people of my policies in my 90-day check-in, just to make sure that people go over their contract again. Anything like that, make sure that you put it all inside your CRM. And like I said, when all your information's in there, there's no, hey, she didn't send me that information, so I don't know. No, it's all there. You're good to go. We don't have any miscommunications because our engine is running our business. All right, let's talk about payment plans and holding a card on file. I think it is so important to stop taking payments through PayPal and Zelle and Venmo. You need to have an actual credit card on file for leverage, right? If you want to enforce your policies, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm going to charge you $70 if you don't show up to your appointment, how are you going to charge them $70 if you don't have a card to charge them? They're not going to just send you $70. They no-showed for a reason. Most of the time, people are not going to do that. Have the leverage and make sure that you're setting yourself up for success before things go wrong. You've got to have a way to enforce your policies, or your contract is really just a fancy PDF that they sign. Another is protection for you and your client. Credit card processors protect both sides for refunds and chargebacks, and that is just a cleaner, easier way to go. I like that my clients can feel safe, so if something happens, they can charge back on the card. I can give refunds much easier. I don't have to send money back and forth and whatever. It is a processing fee, and I totally understand that, but I'm telling you, it is worth the protection. Another is ease, right? Your CRM can automatically send payment reminders when the payment is due, upcoming balance emails, automatic invoices. No more you chasing down for money or being like, oh shit, did this person pay? CRM's got it, girly. They already paid. Everything's good. They're paid in full. And it's already all in their client portfolio. They can see it, you can see it. It makes everything easier. Another thing is tracking. Your CRM is going to track all of your information for you so that you can make good level up decisions to grow and scale your business. CRMs are going to give you good analytics like booking rates, revenue, package popularity, conversions from inquiring to booking. This is all powerful information that you need to make better decisions for your business moving forward, and stop guessing and start acting like the boss bitch that you are. Data is going to back up decisions. We only make data-based decisions. We don't just increase our prices all willy-nilly just because I feel like I want to make more money. No. We increase our prices because our booking rates have gone up. The percentage of people that are booking versus inquiring is very high. I'm getting booked very fast. If you're getting booked out a year in advance, you need to raise your prices. You can be making more money and still have the same amount of bookings. You should know at any time what's selling, what isn't, where your clients drop off, and what emails are going to convert best for you. Let the data guide your decisions. Another is storing everything in one place, right? So your CRMs can also hold trial photos, inspo photos, client notes, timelines, PDF, custom documents, forms. Having everything in one spot makes your life way easier and your client's life easier. I find it just helps me navigate everything a lot faster. I'm not searching through 50 different things to find the trial photos or the dates or when they booked or, oh, did they pay? I don't know if they paid. It's all right there for me. It's just all in one spot, and I can back it up at any time, which is really, really nice. So I go through once a quarter, I back up all of the information onto an external hard drive, just in case, because again, you never know. You don't want to be stuck in a bad news bears situation. I have all my client information, when they paid, where they paid, all of that. I always back it up on an external hard drive every single quarter. Another is being able to build your system for the business that you want. Even if you only have 5 clients right now, or 1 or 0, you want to build your CRM like you're preparing for 50. Why? Because migrating systems when your business is a mess is a nightmare. Build it right from the beginning so that your future self isn't suffering. And that is basically the entire point of this whole series that I made, is that Having a foundation is how you scale your business. Having a solid foundation with no cracks makes scaling and growing so much easier and better. You can really sit flat on that concrete foundation with no cracks, no nothing, and you can jump up and down, you can skyrocket into the sun knowing that that foundation is there to support you. Build your foundation right and your business will grow. Let's talk about the whole boundary side and the perks of having a CRM and how to set your boundaries with that. Where most artists burn out is the boundaries, is having to send 500 emails at the same time, having to constantly respond, not knowing where to respond. Disorganization causes distress in your body, in your brain, and it's going to affect your entire life and make you miserable. So we are going to avoid burnout by having an organized and smooth system. You're not going to be glued to your phone. You're not having to respond and missing responses or being in panic that you missed something, right? You're not answering your DMs at midnight. Structure creates boundaries. Boundaries create professionalism. Professionalism creates respect, and respect creates premium pricing. Your CRM is going to be what allows you to be an artist and a business owner. So all in all, your CRM is not just admin software. It is your silent employee. It is your structure. It is your protection. It is your client experience. And this is the foundation that's going to help you scale past 5K a month to 20K per month without drowning, crying, screaming, and throwing up. Set it up, brand it, automate it, trust it, and let it work for you. I have CRM workflow guides, email templates, and resources. It's all going to be linked below. Right now, I do have everything on a Black Friday sale. My signature course, The Business Bitch, is $150 right now through November 30th. All of my templates are 20% off. And the Bridal Biz Club is $5 if you sign up right now for your very first month. So if you're looking for inspo or to just kickstart your business or to have a little bit of help setting up your CRM, all of that's going to be linked down below for you. Make sure you subscribe. I will see you next week for week 5 of Launch Your Business in 60 Days. I can't wait to see you, and I hope you guys all have a happy holiday.